my shirt to be like weird. It always takes a little while for it to be working anyway. So, as you can read by the title, I'm going to be telling the story of what happened to me almost 2 years ago, come July and August. I'm really sad about it. I'm really sad. I've been trying to keep my composure the last almost 2 years because as a black woman, you kind of have to. And even in times where life is giving you all kinds of like horrible situations, it's like the law on earth doesn't apply unless it's against a black person or a person of color or minority, or if it's white on white crime too, then yeah, too, that. But I literally don't know what to do. I don't know what to do because I feel like a huge injustice happened. Not even feel like, literally a huge injustice happened. You'll know because I'm about to tell you. And no one is like, no one, I'm the only person that's been caring to like keep pushing the fact that someone needs to be held accountable. Multiple people. So I'm going to tell y'all the story and y'all tell me in the comments who or what you feel like should be held accountable, or if you agree with what the world is throwing at me, that nobody should be accountable for it and that it should just be something that's swept under the rug that I just have to deal with mentally myself. Okay? So 2023, I was pregnant for the first time ever, and me and the father, who is my husband now, and the father of my daughter now, we were very excited to become parents. We were very excited. We tried. It happened. I was pregnant. We found out that it was a boy. So I am 22 weeks pregnant when his family called me up and say that the daycare around the corner down the street somewhere is looking for people, and if I need a job, that they could help me get a job there, and that my child's father's little sister has worked there for years and they know the people who own it, so I'll have like a guaranteed job. And up until this point, I was pregnant. I hadn't been working my whole entire pregnancy. My child's father was the one going to work, making the money or whatever. But I could tell that it was taking a toll on him a little bit at this point. So I was like, awesome. And the daycare was in a building that I was very familiar with because I went to elementary school in that building. So I was like super excited about it. So I fill out the application. They do their little work to, make sure that they know, the people who own it know that I'm the person that they're referring to or whatever when I put my application in. So then boom, I get the job. I start my first day on a Thursday in June. Not June, in July. A Thursday in July, the 24th. I start my first day. I'm pregnant. I'm supposed to be getting trained. I'm in the infant's room, which is where I preferred to be because I was pregnant and I was about to have a little baby, so I was trying to get prepared. The first day goes pretty well. I'm training at this point with my child's father's younger sister and a couple other women. And everything was pretty much, kind of easy. because it's like taking care of a baby or whatever. So I was just learning their ropes and their rules. So then I hit my second day, and for some reason, on my second day, I'm training with different people, and we do this thing where people go on breaks, and it's only like a couple people in the room with the kids because people go on breaks, you know. So it was me and only one other woman who came to put somebody on their break, and this woman didn't talk to me the whole entire time. Like, she was being really short, and she wouldn't like talk to me actually, and she was on her phone, and she was just holding one baby that when I worked there, everybody just catered to this one baby out of all like maybe 20 babies ish. And she didn't talk to me, so I didn't know what to do, and I tried my best to do what I thought was what should have been done. But it was like nap time at the time that the person went on to break, so it wasn't really too much to do except kind of sit in silence because that woman wasn't talking to me. She wasn't actually training me or anything. So that was on a Friday. I found it very weird and strange, and I felt like things were like weird, but nonetheless it was okay. After the first lady went on break, I noticed that I was like feeling super sick, and I was thinking about going home early, but the day was almost over, so I was like, I'm gonna stick it out. But I felt really, really sick. My nose was congested, my like my chest was tight. It was just really weird, and my head like felt tight, like foggy tight. It was just like a lot of like weird upper respiratory symptoms going on that I was like, oh my gosh, I'm catching something from one of these kids, because the kids all had runny noses. They all had runny noses. So boom, the end of the day come. I'm so excited to go home. I'm super sick by the end of the day. By the time I'm getting in the car with my child's father, I'm sick. Like I'm full blown sick. But mind you, I'm pregnant too. So I went on my app and I looked up what was going on for the week, and it told me that the week that I was in pregnancy, which was 22 going on 23, it said that this was the week of my baby getting antibodies from me, or antigens or something like that. So boom, it's Saturday, July 26th, an infamous day. Me and the father of my child, we go to Walmart so that I can get some cold medicine because I was not getting better, and some groceries because we needed groceries. Obviously, I was pregnant, I was eating. So boom, we go shopping, we get to the car, and we're putting the groceries in his trunk. He's grabbing the last bag, so I'm getting ready to put the cart where it needs to go. I look up after he gets the bag, and I see a car just boom coming towards us so fast backwards. So I call him, because at first it looked like they were going to hit him, because I'm behind the shopping cart and it's to the side parallel to the trunk of the car, and he's at the trunk of the car putting the groceries in there. So I call him, I'm like, "Bae," and as soon as I say "bae," they hit the cart and kept going, and it bumped into my stomach really hard, pushed me back, and they were still going to where he had to hit the back of the car with his hand a couple times to get them to stop. So boom, they stop, and my arms go out, and I jerked the cart because I was trying to get them to stop. I don't know what I was doing, but like I was trying to get them to stop, but I'm not stronger than the car. So boom, they stop. The passenger of the car, he stuck his head out the window. He's an older white man, and he said, "Are you okay?" I said, "No." He said, "Are you okay?" I said, "No," again. And he asked me a third time, "Am I okay?" And I said, "No." But then my child's father said, "Yeah," and did that. And the person who was driving sped away super fast. Mind you, we're in the parking lot of Walmart, so it's like 10-15 miles at the max that you're supposed to go. This person literally sped away so fast, and my brain hurried up and said, "Oh, get the license plate number." They literally know that they did something crazy and they're trying to get away. You need the license plate number because you didn't even see who they were. So I get the license plate number. I'm memorizing it, trying to put it in my phone, and I'm asking my child's father, why did you tell them to go? They literally hit my stomach. I'm pregnant. I'm 23 weeks pregnant. So it was a Saturday. I was turning a different week every Saturday. So this day, I was 23 weeks now. And he was like, oh, I didn't see that it hit you. And I said, yeah, they backed into the cart, and the cart literally rammed into my stomach and pushed me back. And he was like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. So I go inside of Walmart. I'm telling the customer service people, and they're like, the parking lot is private property, so you're going to have to call the police. We're not calling the police. You got to call the police. So I am calling the police, letting them know what happened, letting them know that the person left already, but I got the license plate number, and that me and my child's father were going home, and if they could meet us at his place, that would be great, because I needed to change my clothes because I'm pregnant. So guess what? My bladder did release. So I get home, get in the shower, change, all of that. The police officer comes. He takes down my statement. He takes down the license plate number. He gives me his card. He tells me that Walmart doesn't have good cameras, so he doesn't think that there will be anything on the cameras, because I told him where it was at, because I was specifically like remembering it. So I told him where it was at for him to look at the camera. But that's what he told me. He said that the Walmart here didn't have good cameras, and that he didn't think anything was going to come to it, but he would check. So boom, fast forward. So then on Sunday, I am still sick. The medicine that I got at Walmart wasn't working. I'm just completely sick and miserable. But I'm going to go to work the next day because I literally just started a job and I didn't want to just like call off really fast. So I get to work on this Monday, and all of a sudden I am being assigned to the 2-year-old's room. And I'm like, what the heck? This was literally my lease. Like, this is what I put. I wanted the lease. Why did they move me from the baby room? And I just started getting trained. I ended up asking the supervisor about it at the time, because she was really pregnant. So she was about to go on maternity leave. And she told me that she heard from someone who was training me that I wasn't doing well in the infant's room, and that I needed to get put in a different room because I wasn't doing anything. And I was like, this is my 3rd day. What do you mean I wasn't doing anything? I did lots of things on Thursday, and on Friday, the person who was in there with me, she wouldn't even talk to me. And so they ended up doing a little, like, whatever they did behind the scenes, and I ended up getting put back in the baby room, but also back and forth from the 2-year-old to the baby room. And I get so sick, that I'm complaining and I'm going through things, and I ended up working with my child's father's little sister on a particular day, and she was telling me, don't go in the janitor's closet because they have black mold, and that's probably why you're sick. And I was like, where's the janitor's closet? So then she showed me, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in the janitor's closet. Cool. I don't know what black mold is. I didn't really inquire too much, but I just was like, okay, I won't go in there. Fast forward to I'm super sick and no medicine's working. Orange juice is literally burning my throat raw, like it felt like I could picture like my pores just gasping for air as I tried to drink some orange juice. And so that scared me really bad. So then I got online and I started researching black mold to see what it was. And it was saying that it was toxic. Some articles from Florida was saying that it could cause stillbirths and miscarriages. And it told me all the symptoms of being exposed to it, and it was all upper respiratory symptoms that I was having that my medication wasn't fixing. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is why I'm sick. And then I was like, wait, I thought I was sick from the babies. But then I was like, oh my gosh, so that means the babies are sick because of the black mold, because that's why their parents keep bringing them even though they seem sick. It's because they don't have it at their house, so they probably seem fine at their house. But then they get here and they're running, their noses are running, they're running fevers. We literally took all of the babies' temperatures and they all had a 99 or higher. And one baby was a baby who was premature when she was born, so she had like a little different immune system than the rest of the babies for the most part. And she ended up needing to be put into the hospital because she was aspirating. And this all happened around the same time that I'm learning that black mold is bad, right? So I wanted to see who her mom was so that I can tell her mom, like, oh my gosh, you need to check because it could be because this place has mold. But the mom didn't end up coming back because they had to get flown out of the city to go to a better hospital, because our small city hospital, they just fly people to other hospitals when it's too big for them most of the time. Wait, I just missed a big part of the story. Okay, so on the day that the car hit me, I did go to the hospital. They did an ultrasound, and they were looking to see if my placenta was abrupted or anything. And they said nope, and they had me sit in a room for 4 hours. I wasn't hooked up to any monitors or anything like that. I literally just sat in a room in a chair for 4 hours, and they just came and checked on me like literally twice and told me I could go home, and that the ultrasound was fine and there was no abruption to my placenta. So I went home. So anyway, fast forward back to what I was just talking about. So that's why I went back to work and all that kind of stuff. I thought everything was okay. Mind you, the day that I got hit, that was the most my baby ever moved the whole entire pregnancy. And I expressed my concerns about that, and they were like, wait, no, that's literally a good thing. You would rather him move. That's really good that he's moving. And I was like, okay, you guys are the professionals or whatever, so okay. So, boom. The day that I'm putting together the fact that I'm sick from black mold, I'm having upper respiratory symptoms from black mold, it says the only way to fix it is to get away from it, to clean out the mold and get away from it or whatever. Get it away from you. So I was like, how do I do that? I'm going to quit. And I was like, I don't know if I should quit, but I should probably quit. I don't know. So then it's August 1st. So not too many weeks after the car hit me and after I first started working there. It's August 1st, and they had... Okay, so also at the hospital, they told me not to lift anything over 5 pounds. So when I went back to work and I told them that, they had me doing miscellaneous stuff. They had me working in the 2-year-old's room, and then they had me on August 1st, they had me doing shift changes. Like, I was the filler person for anybody that needed to go on shift. And then they also made me, in the time where I didn't have to do that, they made me clean the bathrooms, and so I had to go in the janitor's closet. So that's why I ended up looking up what was black mold or whatever, because I looked in there and I saw some black stuff all around, like the sink and stuff. It was like a lot of water being misplaced and all over the place, basically. But it still didn't like hit me to like what was wrong, because I didn't know anything about mold or black mold or whatever. So mind you, I'm in the janitor's closet because they made me do this, and I'm getting cleaning supplies. I'm trying to hold my breath as I go in there because it does have a little bit of a smell. And so they made me clean the bathrooms. I cleaned 2 bathrooms. And then I asked them, could I do something different, because I didn't think that I should be in the closet with the black mold. And also, I don't suppose to lift 5 pounds, but I also am doing way too much cleaning for a pregnant person, inhaling fumes and stuff like that. So they kind of gave me an attitude, and the person who was a supervisor that I first talked to when I got hired, she was on maternity leave because she ended up going into labor. So I was talking to the woman who didn't talk to me the whole entire time I was in the room with her on the second day that I worked there. And she was being really rude. And this other woman who was on maternity leave for having a baby that worked there, but didn't work there at the same time as me because she had her baby, she was in there showing her kid to the other girls while I was trying to talk to them. And they were talking about how her baby was so tan and stuff. Mind you, I'm black, so I'm looking at the baby and I'm like, that baby is literally white. What are you talking about? She's not pale white, but she's white. What do you mean? And they kept calling the baby tan and then referring to the brown kids. And their brown kids were like light-skinned mixed kids. So I'm like, wait, so what do you call actual brown kids? Like, there was only one black girl in the baby room, where in the baby room, I noticed that they were being very, very, very selective. They called the baby that was a premature baby that I was just talking about, ended up aspirating. They called her the ugly baby, which was really inappropriate, and I hated it. And I brought that up to whoever was in charge, there were so many different people in charge at that time, but I brought it up to somebody who was in charge that they were calling that baby ugly, and they didn't do anything about it. And like I said, in the baby room, they were catering to this one baby who would cry all of the time when her mom dropped her off. They were catering to her. They literally would hold her the whole entire time, because if they put her down, she would cry. But any other baby, they didn't care. And when the black baby did it, they were annoyed, and they were really, really rude about it, and like pushed her off and like put her in the bassinet looking thing, whatever it's called, crib, for nap time, and just let her cry to sleep, basically. But they would not do that for the other baby, mind you. So anyway, it's August 1st, and all this stuff is going on. I'm putting two and two together with everything, and I'm like, no, these people are racist. This place is not cool. This place is horrible. They're not treating the babies right. Black mold is getting the babies sick, getting me sick. I gotta quit. So I quit. I just up and quit. Literally right then and there, I up and quit. And what did it for me was, like, I literally felt like I couldn't breathe, and I need to go outside. And they were being rude about me saying that I didn't want to clean anymore. So I ended up going to the hospital, like, right after I quit. Had my child's father take me to the hospital. I expressed my concerns to the person who was the doctor on call at the hospital up in labor and delivery. Told her about all my upper respiratory symptoms. Told her about me finding out that my workplace had black mold. And all the stuff I read online about it could cause miscarriages and stuff. And then I told her, I haven't felt my baby move as much as I felt him move the day that the car hit me. Like, I felt like he was moving less and less and less. And she told me that I was just having anxiety. I was just there a week ago, and she didn't think there was any reason to further test me for anything. And I'm like, I think you should. And she was like super adamant, saying no. And then she put a little Doppler on my stomach for like half a second and was like, your baby's heart is beating, everything's fine, it's in the 160s or something like that. 160s. I really think you're having anxiety, and you might want to talk to somebody, basically, about it. And I'm like, what the heck? Mind you, in my report, in my medical report, it might have made her think that I was like not on something. That sounds so wrong, especially because I'm pregnant. No, not on something, but like my normal OBGYN, I had told her about how I was having dreams at 16 weeks pregnant. I was having dreams about fish dying, and most black people at least know that fish in dreams mean something about pregnancy. So I'm pregnant and I'm having dreams about fish dying, so I was really scared that something was wrong with my baby, and that all of that. So I had expressed that to my normal OBGYN since I was 16 weeks pregnant. And they were like, that's just normal. It's normal to have vivid dreams during pregnancy and anxiety. We can get you a therapist or whatever. And I was like, I don't know about that, but okay. So boom. So this doctor thinks that I'm just paranoid and having anxiety. She sent me home, and I was strongly against it, but she did it. So I got sent home from the hospital on August 1st. I was supposed to have a normal OBGYN appointment on August 4th, but at the last minute, the OBGYN office called me and said they were canceling my appointment and rescheduling me for the next week, the next Friday. So the August 4th was on a Friday. The next Friday on the 11th, that would be my appointment, because the doctor was going out of town, my doctor. So I said, oh, shoot, okay, fine. Because at that point, it was no reason, like, I had no real reason to be like, no, make her stay. Or, like, what was I supposed to say? I don't know. This is my first baby. I really didn't know. So, boom. I'm sick after I come from the hospital on August 1st. August 4th comes. I'm still a little bit sick, but I feel a tiny bit better now that I haven't been working. What happened? Spit it out. Bring her to me. Do she got something in her mouth? Don't let her swallow it. Don't lean her back, lean her forward. Don't let her swallow whatever in her mouth. Hi, baby. Okay, so boom. August 4th hit. I'm feeling a tiny bit better because I haven't been working at the place where the black mold is at, so I'm getting better. Come here. You got something in your mouth? Say ah. Nom, 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Say ah. It was white. It's foam. It's styrofoam. Come here. This is my rainbow baby, y'all. Okay, so boom. I'm not pressing the issue about the whole hospital thing because now I'm feeling a little bit better. I can tell I'm getting better. So I'm like, boom. I solved the problem by quitting the job, getting away from the black mold. So boom. August 8th hit. I feel completely better. But I started getting cramps. And my stomach started getting like hard, which it had did this before, which is why around 16 weeks I was telling my people that I was like, I feel like I'm like something's going on, but they were like, I don't think so. But anyway, it wasn't super new for my stomach to get hard and for me to be getting the cramps that I was getting. But August 10th at nighttime, they were like super, super hard and kind of unbearable. And I was like, okay, I'm going to the doctor's right in the morning. I can wait overnight, basically. So, boom, here we are, August 11th, going to the OBGYN appointment with my doctor. And so she hasn't seen me none of the time where the lady hit me or the black mold situation happened. So I'm getting her caught up on that, and she's looking super concerned, and she's like, whoa, back the freaking truck up. And she was like, okay, let me listen to the baby. She went straight to let me listen to the baby. Put the Doppler on my stomach, and she couldn't find a heartbeat. She said, you're 24, 25 weeks pregnant. You definitely should have a heartbeat. I don't want to scare you or anything, but I'm going to see if the ultrasound tech can get you in real quick. So she go over to do that. Now I'm getting scared because this whole entire time something been telling me that something was going to be wrong in the first place, and everybody kept telling me that I was freaking crazy or that it wasn't a big deal or like brushing me off. So I'm like, oh my gosh, please God. But I feel it in my stomach. I feel it in my heart. I'm like, oh my God, something's wrong. And I'm trying to feel my stomach to feel my baby, and I don't feel it. It's just hard. So we get into the ultrasound room. I lay down. The ultrasound tech put the ultrasound thing on my stomach. And I look up to the screen where I always look during these times because I've had an ultrasound multiple times during the pregnancy. Baby was fine, on track, always measuring exactly on the date he was supposed to measure. I look up, and the spot that is always moving when we get these ultrasounds, which is where his heart is, his heartbeat, is still. It's not moving. It's dead. And I'm looking at the doctor because she right there, and I'm looking at the ultrasound tech because she obviously right there. And we all got the same look on our face. And I know that I know that what I'm thinking is true. What I feel like I'm seeing on the screen with the baby heartbeat not moving, obviously. I'm like, I know that the baby dead. So I'm like, oh my God, please don't tell me. Please don't tell me that. Please don't, please don't, please don't. And they're like, I'm so sorry. And I start crying because I'm like, no. Then my child's father, he's looking at everybody. He confused. He's like, what? He's like, what? Because I'm bawling. Like, I'm bawling because, like, I know my baby dead. And they're super sad. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe that this is what's going on right now. And I'm like, Barnell, look, his heartbeat is not beating. It's no movement. He's dead. And my doctor's like, I'm so sorry, Keirra. And she was like, I know that and me and him start crying. So me and him crying, giving each other a hug. Like, it's a very sad, emotional time. It's horrible. She's like, okay, I'm gonna give y'all a minute. She left and she came back and she told me, okay, Keirra, it's 2 options. I'm fine with whichever one you want to do. Option 1 is we go up to labor and delivery, we get you induced, and you have the baby. Option 2 is you go home and you let your body naturally go into labor. And I'm like, there's no way we can get him, go upstairs right now and get him out and like resuscitate him. Like, he can't be dead. Please, like, let's go do it. Let's go upstairs, get him out real fast, and like try to make him come back alive. And she's like, Keirra, no, his measurements are dating 3 days back. It says that he died 3 days ago. And I'm like, what the heck? 3 days ago? That's when I literally felt completely better from what I felt going on this whole entire time. That's when I started feeling better. That's when I felt really good. And she's like, I'm so sorry. So I'm like, let's go upstairs. Look, I don't want to keep him in any longer. He's been dead 3 days. I want to see my baby at least. Like, why would I wait? I need to see him. I need to get him out. He's dead. Like, get him out. So she's like, okay. So she went me upstairs to labor and delivery. We can't believe it. I gotta hurry up. I hurry up, get on my phone, and make a Facebook post to let a lot of people know, because the week that this happened, our baby shower was supposed to be like a few weeks after, like after around this day. Like, our baby shower was literally around this time. So I had family out of town that was making plans to come to our baby shower around this time. So I had to hurry up and let people know. And I knew that what I was going to experience, I was not going to be on the phone. I was not going to want to talk to nobody, none of that. So I hurry up, make a Facebook post. Boom. As soon as I make the Facebook post, seemed like my phone just dinging, 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 dinging. But they inducing me. Let me know what's going to happen. Let my husband, my boyfriend at the time, but my husband right now, let my child's father know what was going to happen. We going through the things. His phone blowing up, my phone blowing up. So we ended up, once things got started, it was nothing else to do. So we ended up getting on our phones, and I ended up responding, and like people were like, what, please don't joke like that, don't say that, whatever. And I'm like, nope, we getting induced right now. We have blessing. The baby is dead. There's nothing we can do about it but do what we got to do. So yeah, so that was on August 11th. And so overnight, by August 12th at 10:55 in the morning, my son is out. So they gave me Cytotec on my cervix. They inserted Cytotec in my vagina on my cervix to induce me. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was around 11 o'clock in the morning on Thursday after my doctor's appointment, because my doctor's appointment was like 9 or 9:30 or something like that. So by 11, I started getting induced. So at 10:55, so almost 24 hours, 10:50 technically, that's when I went into active labor, and my body started pushing. There was nobody in the room with me except her dad, my husband. It was just me and him in there. And my body just started pushing out of nowhere. Just boom. Not even out of nowhere, actually. I was pooping a whole bunch until I had nothing else to poop, but it kept feeling like I had to poop so bad. That was at 10:55. The water broke. No, the 10:50. Then the water broke. The nurse walked in as the water like shot out, and like it literally projectiled. Because I was pushing so hard, because my body literally naturally was just pushing so hard, and I was pushing so hard. I thought I was about to poop on the bed, honestly. And she's trying to put on this sterile gloves and say, I'm gonna check your cervix. But when the water did that, that's because his head like literally was coming out at the same time. And I was holding on to his head because it was burning, like the ring of fire was burning. And I was like, no, don't touch me. I got his head. And she was like, what? And I'm like, yes. And then boom, 10:55, he's out. She took him, wiping him off, getting him clean, whatever. No doctor. It's just me and a nurse. Me, the nurse, and my husband. My boyfriend at the time, that was my husband. She crying. I'm crying. He crying. We all just in there crying. Then boom, the on-call doctor, because my doctor was there, but she ended up getting in a different room, and the woman was bleeding. They said something about her having to like control some bleeding basically, so she ended up not being able to come back to me yet. So the person who was on call that day for the hospital, he came and took my placenta. And then I got my baby, who is the thumbnail. Are you thirsty? Come on. Yeah, that's my baby boy. That's the first picture we took of him when he first came out. Wait, actually, I don't think so, because he's wrapped up in the picture I chose. So no, I got a lot of pictures of him with his body naked. He was so beautiful. He was so big. He was born at 10:55 in the morning, 1 pound 12 ounces. How long was he? I think he was 12 inches, 12.25 inches long. So he was a big baby. He would have been, he was a nice sized baby for his age. He could have made it in the NICU if we would have been properly looked after. He would have made it in the NICU. But anyway, I'm telling this story because I just told y'all the dates. That was 2023. It's 2025. So my 2-year statute of limitation is almost up. And I've had a lawyer. I've had multiple lawyers actually for this case, but the first lawyer got a second lawyer to be in on it, and then they all decided that it was a very complex case that they didn't think was something that they could do. So they gave me their resignation papers like super fast, and they was like, actually, it's a lot going on, so we don't think we can do it, but definitely get different counsel because you have a case. So then I got my different counsel, and I felt like it was way too much lollygagging and stuff with him, honestly, and it kind of like took all my time away because now I only have a month left to try to find a new lawyer, because this lawyer now, he's saying like the stuff that he has going, he don't think that he can do it or whatever, because the woman who hit me, turns out she supposedly didn't have car insurance at the time where she hit me. So he can't sue the insurance company because she didn't have that insurance at the time of the incident. She didn't get a ticket from the police officer who was investigating the stuff because he didn't even, it's natural. Don't sexualize it. Anyway, well then why you get up then? I got it back out. There you go. He didn't take it serious because remember I told y'all he said he didn't think Walmart had good cameras or whatever. He didn't even go look at the cameras until the 2 weeks later when I told him the baby died. So I told him the baby died. So boom, now he going to go look for the woman, because initially when he found the woman too, they said that the stuff never happened. They said that they never hit me, that they didn't know what he was talking about, and all of that kind of stuff. So he didn't look into it because it was like a he say she say thing. Plus it was a white woman, a white man that was older, and their name kind of ring bells in the city. So it kind of surprises me that they don't have car insurance, but shoot, I'm tired. I'm burnt out on the situation because I feel like I've done everything that I needed to do this whole time, and I just keep hitting walls of injustice, basically, negligence and injustice. Like the fuck, literally, like it literally took almost me and my husband 2 years to even get okay mentally and physically and stuff like that to get our son his tombstone. So we literally just got Liam a tombstone. Me and his grandma, actually. Me and my husband's grandma. Who that is probably her. Somebody's ringing the doorbell. But anyway, that's the story. I had hashtag divine intervention and stuff like that on this video because I feel like that's what I need. Because my works, they didn't, Like, I don't know why. This just doesn't make sense. I literally don't understand how she could hit me, not having insurance, my baby died, and, like, she just, like, nothing's happened from it. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the person who owns the daycare, I was mad about that. I was mad about the daycare part and the black mold part, but they got shut down already. Not because, I don't think anyway, because of me, but they got shut down already, so it's like, eh. But now this other woman that hit me, I feel like, is she out there just living her old little life? I don't know. Because I don't know who that, I don't know her. I know their name, though, but I don't know them. But anyway, yeah. Y'all let me know, dude. What do y'all feel like in this situation? Like, do y'all think it's okay that nobody's in trouble? Like, because I feel like that's bullshit. Bye.